Hi, I'm Phil from Driftworks and this is my 964 Turbo. Last year I fitted a Borg Warner turbo to it. I think it was an 8374 I went for in the end. Fitted that and carried on driving it around at low boost controller off. Because I have a lot more work to do to it in terms of supporting mods for that turbo before I can actually get it tuned and start running some decent boost pressure. So that's what we're looking at today, is the start of that next phase of work that will allow me to eventually end up on the dyno with it. So this is a promo deck car, so as such it's quite powerful already. It's got some really nice bits on it. They not only did all the custom aluminium welding, but the headers slash manifolds that are on it are an absolute work of art, really nicely made. So it's a bit of a shame. I am removing some of the OG parts off this, which I know some of you won't like, but I'm not comfortable with using something of that size with such a big turbo on such an expensive boosted engine. So that's going to be remade much bigger by Alpha Performance Fab, who do some absolutely incredible work. They've already been to measure up to see what size core we can use, and what size core we can use is absolutely massive. And I've sent through some pictures of what they've measured up. It's absolutely huge. But another part of the intake side of things for this car is to go, I want to go to a drive-by-wire 82mm throttle body. This is just a Bosch 997 82mm body there, and to do that will not engage here. This is way too small. So I thought about a few ways of solving this problem, but the best one that I could come up with was using one of these very fancy things that I'd seen made by IPD Plenums. And yeah, this particular one is a 997 Turbo Plenum, they call it, and it's a really nicely made cast piece with some machining work done to it it basically aids airflow, has a funny golf ball dimples on the inside. But the most important thing about this for me was the size, the dimensions of it, because I had this idea, did some measuring before we got this, but roughly, let me see where I can plonk this in place so you can understand what I'm doing. So if you imagine that there, but the right way up, this OD here is the same as the OD here, and you can see I've got some tissue in here because I've already had this off. Just put it back on to demonstrate to you what I'm doing. But yeah, so the right side runners here, it's the same hose size as the hose here, and the drive-by-wire throttle body bolts straight onto this, so that's excellent. And then all I've simply got to do is cut this off and weld this in place. So that's the current plan. I think I'm going to stick with the standard angle, kind of points backwards a little bit, gives a little bit of extra room for the intercooler there. But yeah, I need to just make a jig for this so that I can cut it off and make sure that the new one of these, this side, ends up in exactly the right place so that it just has correct flow. But yeah, gonna make a quick jig for this and then get choppy. And for the drive-by-wire, excuse my other workbench, we're moving to using Haltech Elite 2500, and we've got a few other nice bits to go with it as well. So we've got the little CAN dash gauge thing, twin wideband lambdas, and we just decided to use one of their universal looms because it's not going to be overly complex, he says. I'm retaining the air conditioning, so I've got to remake these pipes so they're out of the way of the intercooler. What else am I doing? I am going coil on plug, getting rid of the Dizzy. Haven't quite decided what coils I'm going to use for this yet. There's lots of different opinions on the internet about what you should use, but not many of them seem to specifically refer to the 964 turbo engine or the 930 turbo engine. So I'm not entirely sure what will and won't fit that, so I've got to do a bit more research there. So jump forward a bit, and I've made myself a nice little jig, just using a heavy duty exhaust clamp, little stanchion, and some solid beam there. And yeah, this just bolts to it, which I can't do with one hand, so bear with me a second. There you go, I've done that so that it's flush, so all I need to do is make sure that that's the same here once I've got it in place. Not a lot else left to do except for do some marking and chopping. No fear. There you go, okay, nice and clean. You'll notice I've had to do some shaping around this because cutting this back so far that it becomes not round anymore, it's slightly ovalized, means that to get the flow right I've had to be pretty precise in shaping certain sections of this. So that does meet up to this quite nicely. There's definitely going to be some areas where it needs filling in, so it kind of sits roughly like that, but as you can see up there, maybe you can just see there's a step there, but that's the wonderful thing about TIG welding aluminium, it doesn't matter about filling it, and yeah, the flows, as I say, inside there will work out really nicely when it's pinned in place. So all I need to do is, now this is clean, give it a final wipe down, get it onto the jig, bolt it up in place, and do a can you just with Craig. Can you just throw a few tacks on this for me, please?
Well, I like your jig.
Thanks.
It's even level inside.
Yeah, who would have thought? Yeah, I need to hold it in the exact place for you to throw a tack on, but yeah, it's good.
Quite good as it is. Yeah.
Like so. Let's do a final. I reckon you're going to go there. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? I reckon that would probably be the first one.
But if I go in here, I can fill that gap then, can't I?
Let me get it set up and make sure that we're... It's been a total faff. I don't know whether you her experience with my decisions in life being a total faff, but you know.
I'd be polite there too.
Okay. Yeah.
That thumb's going to get very hot.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, let's feel that. Just there, if we can, please. Okay, I'm going to go and try this on the car then and head back. That's worked out perfectly. Time to get it off for finish welding now. One last check. Yeah, got some options there as well, so that fits lovely. Craig was meant to let us know when he was doing the finish welding so we could come and film it, but there you go, hey presto.
Shazam.
Shazam! Also, I wish you could have field cam, because...
There's no way you're getting a camera in there.
No, you're not getting any kind of camera in this, but this transition between the IPD part and the original is perfect, like literally flawless. There's no step at all. It's all been, most of it was done before this was welded together. I'd done quite a lot of work to it, and then the finishing touches just with a little Dremel, and all is well. I'm extremely happy with that. Just need to get it bolted back up onto the engine, and then it's throttle body on, the silicone joiner here to the other side, and it can go away for Alpha Performance Fab to do their bit with the intercooler and intercooler pipework. Okay, that's all bolted up nicely with the throttle body in place. Yeah, really quite happy with that. It's worked out really nicely. I've just got to get rid of the aircon pipes. They will be going back on because aircon is life, and it doesn't matter if you're going to save 5 kilos or whatever, aircon is life. Can you tell I'm old?
But boost up, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, wind the windows down, turn the boost up.
No, put the aircon on, turn the boost up.
So yeah, that's pretty much ready to go now to Alpha Performance Fab. So we're just going to get it loaded on the trailer. Yeah, tiny bit of left hand down, come forward a couple of inches. Yeah, a bit more left hand down. Yeah. Now straight, and one more of them. One more. Yeah, sweet. Lovely job. Nobody died. There we go, all loaded up. And I'm just about to head off now. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date with progress and possibly a video on what happened at Alpha Performance Fab with the intercooler. But yeah, we'll call that a day for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
At Driftworks, we've helped over 50,000 happy customers since 2004. Our huge online parts store is simple to use, with superb shipping rates to anywhere in the world, and finance options available for UK customers. We live and breathe wheel fitment, so if you have any questions about your own car or any of our products before placing an order, please drop us an email at shop@driftworks.com or give us a call. Thanks for watching.